Yo, people, trade recap 21st of the 7th, 26. Absolute dog shit PA, walking away with one break even and one loss. Now I'll show you what we entered. So coming into the day, we were obviously trading into a bearish daily gap. So I was bearish. But we come down, 9 AM opens, comes up, sweeps, manipulates into the 1 hour, the daily gap, sorry. Comes back down, hits 79% extension perfectly, also sweeping an internal low inside of a premium 5-minute gap. We then proceed to see an internal SMT, and then I took this off of a 15-second IFVG out because we had so much volatility. So I took this, I got filled very late. I got filled here, went break even at this internal high. Took it up. Realistically, my TP was 9:30 open. Should have taken this for a swift little 1 to 2.5, targeting 79% extension of the previous leg to continue the downward trend, because I didn't think this was a reversal, but it's fine. So we ended up break even on that, so that was like plus 30 or something. And then I faded this generational long. We come tap into this intermediate 1 hour gap. We sweep this intermediate 1 hour liquidity inside of an unmitigated 4 hour bullish gap. We then proceed to see an internal SMT and then a 30-second IFVG out. Why did I fade this? One, because we were trading into a 1 minute. We hadn't inversed the 1 minute. We had a higher time frame gap that hadn't been disrespected above us, but we did sweep straight through the 30-second, taking it up to 10 AM open, which was my draw, because I wanted to see us retest 10 AM open and then dump, which isn't what happened, but I'll get into that in a minute. So we came up, tapped 10 AM open, hit this. Hold on, let's get rid of everything that we don't need, so it's a bit easier to see. There we go. Right. So 10 AM opens, we create this. Oh my god. Hold on. 10 AM opens, we create this rejection wick. Is this a rejection wick? Some would say yes, some would say no. We didn't. What are we rejecting off of here, really? This is a rejection wick because this is from the daily gap, but we're not rejecting anything from here, really. But nevertheless, we come down, reject perfectly from the CE of this wick down, measure the fib. We've got the 5-minute gap here, 5-minute block, sorry. And then what do we see? 10 AM opens, 10 AM open aligns perfectly, which is this yellow line here. 10 AM opens this yellow line with pretty much CE of the OTE gap, OTE between 7.8 and 6%. All the way targeting down here, which was London, not London lows. We had London lows here. This was an unmitigated 1 hourly gap. There we go. So a 1 hour low. Oh no, that was an unmitigated 1 hour low gap. Just targeting this liquidity right here. We came, got filled, and then it just didn't go away. So that's one loss, one break even on the day. 2 trades, minus 182. The win rate hasn't been very good. Like break even, loss, break even, loss. But we've got one win that carries us. All we need is another one of those big wins. I was debating entering because 9:30 AM high is still intact. If we get rid of the drawings on ES, we can see ES came and took out 9:30 high. And 10 AM is in line with the OTE of this gap. So it could be that we come off of here and then we can target the swing high. 20-point stop. So that could work. But there's no. Is there a rejection wick? There is a rejection wick. What are we rejecting? Yeah, I don't know. I was debating entering this, but I'm personally think I'm gonna fade. We could take it. But it's just like we broke up above. Is it in line with another fib level? Yes, the 50% of this leg. Okay. So we probably could take it. I'm in two minds about this. We got this gap inside of a 5-minute gap. Thing is, we got an SMT at these highs inside of the daily gap. So, is this a good trade? I don't think it is. Will it hit? Probably, knowing my luck. I fade the bangers and take the shitters for some weird reason. 50%, and then what was 50% of this leg? So 50% of that leg is right here. So we've got sort of this zone that we could see a rejection off of. Don't know. I hate this shit, man. I just want this shit to work so bad. Every day it's like I get an hour to actually try and work and make this shit work. And then I've got to wait for the next day. Because like we got relative equal highs now, we just inverse a 30-second rejection off of a 5-minute. We're likely just going to go smack 9:30 AM high. We got this one. So if, hypothetically, right, we wouldn't have entered because we'd have gone break even at this internal high because this is also a 1-minute gap. But it looks like we're going to inverse this 1-minute gap, which we did. Target AM high. Little 1-to-1. Just watch this bang. Watch this bang. If you entered off the 1-minute inverse, break even at this internal high. Didn't realise how zoomed in I was. Is there an internal SMT? Big question. Yep. There he is. Would have gone break even. This would now be a risk-free trade. And there's TP. See what I mean? You see what I mean? Anyway, that is it for the day. I'm leaving it. So, yeah, we didn't come down and tap 10 AM open, annoyingly. Where was... Hold on, let's mark out 10 AM open again. There. No, that's the close. 10 AM close. 10 AM open. We edged the 0.6. Would you have entered on the 0.5? Why would... Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. High, easy draw on liquidity, relative equal highs. Trending into a bullish gap. Why would the 50% have banged for a 1-to-5 nearly? And the 0.6 would have failed. Even though that was the one closer to 10 AM open and the closer retest of this CISD. Why would we have gotten edged there? Because is it because it lines up with the 5-minute? Oh. Because it lines up with the bottom of the 5-minute? Am I correct in saying that? Well, internally, if you wanted to fucking bounce back, internal SMT, 1-minute IFEG to the downside after sweeping. Hold on. As if. Fucking 10 AM open. Just hold on, I'm not taking this, but this would be ridiculous. Internal SMT inside of a daily hourly gap. Could have taken it off of this 30-second. Inverse the 1 minute, inverse 2 1 minutes. Would I have been wrong? I would have been also very wrong. Wow, okay. So you always trust the higher time frames, guys. Fair play. Right, so what happened there? Was that a fib level? Probably the 0.3, no? No, not even the 0.5. Right, so was this higher probability because it lined up with the 5 minute? Or... No, because that would have only been the 0.3. Might have been because of that, you know. Might have been because we had a high draw. Yeah, 73 points. You risked 1 micro, you'd be up like 1.3k. 1.4k. 1 mini, sorry, not micro. No. Is it because it's the most premium? Because the thing is, this was obviously a 5 minute gap, but 10 AM open is in line with this 5 minute order block. 5 minute order block. And then this now is a rejection wick. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, 5 minute order block aligning with that and in the middle of OTE. Surely that's got to be higher probability, no? But why would we not get tapped? Who knows? I'm going to go off and do some more research. But thank you for joining me today. I hope you will stay profitable. This is what the P&L is looking like on this account. 1.1k up. Bit annoying, but the losses outweighed by the wins. So, yeah. Right. Let's go. See you in a bit.